I'm Jethro Jones, former principal and author of the book SchoolX, which is all about designing your school for the people right in front of you. In order to create the best school possible for your community, you have to look at school differently than you have in the past. In an age of focusing on so many different things, we have learned that there are some pieces to education that make such a difference in our children's lives. We cannot ignore the impact of technology on our kids and teachers. We have to think differently about how to approach problems. The way we do this is to talk through the changes we need to see and spend the time necessary to make those changes. I'm going to spend the rest of the time asking you questions and sharing short stories explaining how those questions can be answered. First, look at the experience of your school through the eyes of the students who attend. Do they have emotional support at your school? What does support for their mental health look like? Is the curriculum designed to help them achieve success in their own life? In one school that I work with, students are given time every day to explore something that they are interested in. For 30 minutes every day, kids are able to learn about and do things they are personally interested in. Some kids want to play football every day. Some kids want to spend time reading. Some kids want to build things. The school has made it a priority for kids to have time to learn about something they want during that time. In another school, every day begins with a short mindfulness exercise. Kids set an intention for the day and how they are going to act at school. What is going to work well for your school? Second, examine the experience of the teachers. What are they experiencing that makes them successful? Are they able to spend their time on the things that matter? Do they have the time to get to know each student directly? Do they have time to teach the things they are excited about teaching? Does the curriculum give them flexibility to make instructional choices that will help them be successful? Do they have the professional development they need to reflect on how they use technology in their personal and professional lives? One teacher I worked with really struggled to teach her students because the curriculum was so rigid. She had to do things in a specific way at a specific time all the time. It was very challenging for her. She really blossomed when she was given the chance to tutor a small group of students and help them with reading specifically. Third, analyze the experience of parents in your school. What communication is in place to help parents be successful? Is the school providing support on how to parent children? Does the school have resources to help parents when they are struggling with raising their children? Are there parent groups that meet to support each other? At one school, parents met 30 minutes before students were released from school to talk about the challenges they were facing as parents. The younger kids who weren't in school played in the schoolyard together while the parents had an opportunity to talk. Parents said this time together with other parents helped them feel more confident in raising their children. Finally, fourth, what is the relationship between the local community and your school? What role does the community play in educating children? Are there mentors available for kids in the community? Do they have role models in the community that can help the children see who they can be when they grow up? The community where your school resides has values and believes certain things are important. One school in New York City had a large clock on the outside of the school that did not work for years. To the community, it was a symbol of the failure of the school. They wanted to close the school for other reasons, but every time they saw the clock that did not work, they wanted to close the school again. When the clock was finally fixed, the community was excited that it was working and they started to believe in the school again. Sometimes little things can make a big impact. It's important to focus on the things that matter and find solutions to the problems the community is facing that the school can fix. Nobody ever said that clock needed to be fixed, but it was something that people noticed subconsciously. What is your school portraying to the community? Finally, I want to speak to the entire school community, parents, teachers, students, school leaders, and the community. I heard an African proverb that brings all this together. Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. To me, that means that a school is not just the responsibility of the management committee or the teachers or the students or the parents. Not a single person can ensure that the school is successful for our kids. It takes all of us working together. Thank you for your time.